vlog. I am getting all ready for bed and I just took some Bonine, which if you guys may know is an anti-nausea medication usually used for seasickness, and I took it because Ariel and I tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. are getting on a boat to go dive the Great Barrier Reef, which just sounds so unreal even saying those words. How are we even in a location where we can go to the Great Barrier Reef? I don't know. So I took my seasickness medication because I am prone to seasickness. I've got my bands with me. I've got my medication. I've got the little patch, so I should be totally good. I did work on a boat for over a year, but it took a while to build up a tolerance to being on the boat, and so I think I need to do that again and start from square one because I think I definitely will get sick if I don't take anything. Pro tip, take Dramamine or Bonine the night before you get on a boat. It gets rid of all of the drowsy effects of the medication, and the anti-nausea aspect of it lasts for up to like 24 hours, so it still works next day. I am quite nervous. I have not dove in 4 years. I literally got 5 years, I guess. I got my certification in November of 2019. Didn't do a single ocean dive because it was like November. And then we planned a trip to the Florida Keys that spring right before COVID. I got on the boat and I got so seasick that I couldn't even dive. So that was my last diving experience. Have not dove since. So I'm basically a newbie. Luckily, I got my handy dandy dive master best friend with me. Ariel got her dive masters this past spring in South Africa. So I'll have her with me. I'll have the professionals with me. I'm gonna be honest with them and tell them I literally don't know what I'm doing. Please help me. And they should help me. So hopefully all goes well. I feel a lot more confident than I did last time I was diving because now I've been in the ocean so much more. No matter what happens, it will be the adventure of a lifetime. So come along for our journey.
Hey.
Our journey diving the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah!
Oh my god. Ariel and I are walking down to the boat. It's probably about, I would say, a 10-minute walk from our hostel to the marina, and we're gonna get on the boat to go dive the Great Barrier Reef. We are so excited. This is gonna be so incredible, and we can't believe we're doing this. Wow.
Did you fall a long way down?
Right there. It's called the Diver's Den. That's the company. It's about 7:40. We can start boarding at 8, so we're just kind of chilling here, eating some cheese and crackers.
You take a bite of my muffin.
You want me to take a bite of your muffin?
Yeah. Please eat my muffin.
Let's go get in our gear. Ariel and I are in the water. first dive, it was so magical. Like, it just towers of coral and so many little fish and stingrays buried in the sand, and it was incredible.
What is better than love? Better than fun? What's better than this? And what is better than sunshine? Better than daisies? What's better than this? Will you think real love is writing a love note? You think real love was dancing in the rain? Don't you see, you classic idiot, wishing that all this sweet sad love would go away. You've got it wrong, so hold on. Soon you're gonna start to forget the words like a song that wasn't written yet. Oh fool, and love is gonna get you again and again. Love is gonna get you. Don't cry like you're the saddest person alive. I'll say, but only 'cause you don't know why. Oh fool, love is gonna get you again and again. Love is gonna get you again. What?
Hey guys, I figured I would come in and talk a little bit more about my dive experience on the Great Barrier Reef. The company we went through was Divers Den, and I highly recommend them. All of the employees were just so kind and helpful, and Ariel and I actually kind of became friends with one of the employees, and she's gave us a lot of good information about living here, about potential jobs. She was just so open and friendly. Definitely recommend them. They totally were a part of this being just such a great experience for Ariel and I. The dives themselves were so exciting. Like I mentioned, I was pretty nervous, but I had Ariel, so that made me feel a little bit better, and she definitely helped me set up my gear. But as we were about to hop in, my heart was pounding. I was like, God, I hope this is not a repeat of last time. I hope I can get down into the water. And we got in, we waited for everyone. They talked us through everything. They're like, okay, we're gonna start going down. I was gripping the instructor's arm because I was like, don't leave without me. And we started going down, and Ariel reminded me, what's it called? The inflator and deflator?
It's called the low pressure inflator hose, your BCD.
My
For your,
BCD.
like the hose to the BCD.
Ariel reminded me to hold my BCD up to go down.
Hold your LPI up.
Okay, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. That low pressure.
Okay, Ariel reminded me to hold my LPI up. That helps you go down into the water and sink. And so once I did that, I started sinking. I was like, oh yeah, baby, we're on a roll. And I got so excited. And then we were just swimming around. And my GoPro, I don't have a casing, underwater casing for it. So it only worked when I was at a certain height. And if I went too deep, it stopped working. So I didn't get too much footage of the first dive, but the visibility of the first dive was really great. Just seeing all of the healthy coral, just so colorful, so many different types of fish. And I guess when I always thought of the Great Barrier Reef, I always assumed most of it was dead. And I think that probably is the case for a good chunk of it, but where we dove, for the most part, it looked like it was doing really well. And I just felt so at peace for my first time ever diving. And just like I was one with the ocean, just swimming around with all the fish. It was so cool. We saw some stingrays buried in the sand. What were the little snake things called?
Garden eels.
We saw the garden eels poking out of the sand, and those guys usually freak me out, but seeing them in person was really cool. Just lots of different types of fish. We saw some nudibranchs, which I had never seen a nudibranch before, and those guys are so awesome. And so it was a great experience. And then we got out of the water, we had a little lunch, we moved to another dive site, and then we got back in the water. This time was a little bit more nerve-wracking because the ocean was definitely getting a little bit choppier. So we got in and the waves were crashing over, and I remember that feeling of panic that I had at my very first dive in the Keys, and I was trying to calm myself, and I did. I remained calm. We went down just like normal. The visibility this time around was definitely not as good, but it was kind of interesting because it added more of a moodier aspect. It wasn't as colorful and sun wasn't as shining and vibrant, but it was definitely kind of like darker and moodier, and I actually really liked that perspective of it as well. It was kind of cool to see both sides. But yeah, so we were down there for the first dive by about 50 minutes. The second dive, I was running low on air, so they sent me back before everyone else, probably because I was hyperventilating a little bit whenever we first jumped in. That dive was still around like 42 minutes. And then we got back on the boat, said goodbye to the Great Barrier Reef, and we headed on home. We met these two girls that were sitting across from us, and they were both sisters, and they were really sweet, really cool. One has lived in Cairns for a while, and so she was also giving us good information. So overall, it was an amazing experience just to do such an epic bucket list item, especially being a marine biology major and learning about this my whole life. And it was so special, and I feel so grateful that I got to do it and not only got to experience the magic of the Great Barrier Reef, but also to meet some really cool people from all over the world while doing it. And so obviously recommend this experience to anyone. If you're like me, you haven't dove a lot, you're a little nervous, just go do it. They will, whatever company you're with, I'm sure will take such great care of you, and it's just worth it. Even I'm such a nervous person, and I'm so happy I did it. So, and I hope this gave a little bit of insight into what it's like diving at the Great Barrier Reef. Thanks for watching.